What's going on, everybody? It's the Bayou City Report, man. We're going to start off pretty hot today, man. The Houston Police Department are awaiting autopsy results on a 2-year-old girl who apparently was critically injured back on October 18th of 2022, man. Now, it looks like this was a disappearance of a child from the address 525 Bay Area Boulevard. I put a map location for y'all to see. The identity and the cause of death of this 2-year-old now, she's now deceased. Her name is Nadia Lee. The suspect, Jiron Charles Lee, who's 26 years old, is now charged with capital murder in the 351 State District Court. He is believed responsible for the disappearance and possible death of his own daughter, ladies and gentlemen. On October the 19th, Mr. Lee was charged with murder in the 185th District Court in the death of his wife, Nancy Reed, who's 22 years old. I put a photo of the suspect for y'all to see. Now, it looks like HPD Homicide Division detectives, Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Farrell, reported, quote, officers responded to a report of an assault at a hotel at the above-mentioned address. Officers met with suspect Lee and learned that he and his wife got into an argument. I've said this countless times for domestic violence. They got into an argument in front of their 2 kids. Lee then told officers he had placed his wife in a chokehold to prevent her from injuring their kids. The Houston Fire Department paramedics transported Mrs. Reed to the local hospital, where she was pronounced deceased. Mr. Lee was then detained at the scene and further investigated interrogated. Anyway, during the investigation, it was determined that the 2-year-old Nadia Lee was unaccounted for and was officially reported missing by HPD. Upon further investigation, ladies and gents, Mr. Lee, as a suspect in Nadia's disappearance, he was obviously the most, prominent individual to look into. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like today, March the 20th, HPD homicide detectives, dive teams, and Texas Department of Public Safety, including the Texas Rangers divisions, recovered the 2-year-old's human remains from the Vince Bayou in Pasadena. I'm going to let that sit for a second, ladies and gentlemen, and really get you guys to understand the types of foolishness that happen within the city. Now, on another circumstance that's also pretty major, it looks like HPD Narcotics Division worked with local and federal partners to really take down another drug trafficking crew. Okay, the suspects were manufacturing counterfeit pills laced with methamphetamine, and it looks like they were in possession of other narcotics. Now, the value of these drugs the street value is about $500,000. I mean, in retrospect to cartels and the market itself, very small, but a little bit goes a long way, right? Now, the last incident that really occurred, ladies and gents, there was another shooting in the city that happened. It looks like on the 5900 block of Schrader Road in Southeast Houston, officers responded to a shooting scene where we had one victim who's going to make it okay. He didn't die, thankfully. He was taken to the local hospital and treated in critical or stable condition. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a man who killed his wife and 2-year-old child. We have a drug trafficking crew that's been taken down, and more shootings throughout the city, man. It's the Bayou City Report. Y'all stay safe out there. I'm out.